Alright, so yesterday I beat two games, Fire Emblem Warriors and Little Nightmares. Um, Fire Emblem Warriors, I'm still doing the extra stuff in and getting all the DLC, but Little Nightmares, well, I haven't got the DLC yet, I'm going to do it eventually. But Little Nightmares, I've done the DLC, I've done everything but get collectibles, and before I can tell, I don't know if they'll even unlock anything, so, and if they do, probably something small, so, I mean, yes, it has to be small, it's the game Little Nightmares. I'm good at jokes. But I'll be doing a review of Little Nightmares today, and I might do a retrospective on season 1 and 2 of South Park, because I got the first 6 seasons, and I have already watched those two. Although it's been a few years since I watched season 1, I just haven't, I got it anyway, but I've already seen it all, so I started on season 2. I got it so I could do the collection. But anyway, um, I'll eventually do those retrospectives later, might rewatch a little bit of season 1 just to remember it. But Little Nightmares is this game where you're a character who's only like 2 or 3, maybe 4 inches tall, and you're trapped on a ship full of people who are normal sized and are cannibals, and it's terrifying. And they have very good sound design, they have very good everything, and I'm not gonna give away too many spoilers, but the game a couple of years old at this point, but you are trying to get through the ship and trying to get out. It's a very short game, but I got it for about $17 with all the DLC, and that was a really good deal. But you're just trying to get through the ship without getting caught, and a lot of that, since you're only a few inches tall, revolves around just hiding behind stuff. Because it's a horror game, I mean, hiding part of a horror game, but it's different in this game because you can hide behind like a shoe and stuff. Like it's actually that doesn't really happen in the game, but I mean your character could hide behind a shoe in real life. Your character is only like that tall, but also like all the enemies, even though they're like giant, I say they're normal people, they're really not. Like one of them has like legs that are only like 1 inch tall, but then like a normal sized body and head, and then arms that like can reach across an entire room. And he's the creepiest one in my opinion. He was terrifying. He's also blind, but has incredibly good hearing. So if you make a single sound, he'll like chase you across the room. It's awful. And like also most enemies you can just escape by like climbing something tall, because like of course you being really small you can climb on, like if there's a stack of books or a stack of plates you can climb on that because you're lightweight enough that the plates can hold you up. But with him he can kind of reach up there and grab you. It's horrible. I hate it. I love the game, but that guy was terrifying. Um, and there's a few other enemies you go against. You go against these chefs who are like twins, I think. You go against the leader of the ship at one point, who's this really scary lady. In DLC, you go against like an underwater monster that like it's I'm pretty sure the same thing as the guy with long arms. Just he's swimming because he has really long arms again. He just reaches out of the water to grab you and pull you in, and you can only be in the water for like a few seconds at a time before he gets you. It's awful. Even then, if you're on something, like he might just reach up and grab you anyway. A lot of the game is puzzles. Like you have to move stuff in. Like at one point, an enemy. Here, I'll give away one spoiler for one enemy death, so I can just explain things. At one point, the guy with long arms gets trapped. He traps you in basically by a door. You're on the other side of the door, and there's a wall there, and you cannot get out. But he has something to keep the door open, and then his arms are just coming through, and he's just trying to grab you, and you have to do this puzzle to basically get the door to close and slam down in his arm, cutting them off, and it is really hard to figure out what you have to do. It wasn't hard to figure out what you do, hard to figure out how to do it, more or less. Um, and there's just a lot of stuff like that, a lot of platforming. It's mostly environmental puzzles, and the story is pretty good too, although there's no talking in the entire game. It is all visual storytelling, and that is amazing that they were able to tell an entire story just by having you like walk past stuff and understand what's going on because of it. Like literally at one point, because the ship's basically a restaurant for cannibals to eat the small people, and at one point you seriously walk past you fall into a like trash compactor thing, and you fall into a room of just shoes. And most games would have been like, these are the shoes of the people who died here. But, like, of the kids who died here. But this game just let you see it and let you know, and just getting to see all the little shoes let you know that this is just where they threw their clothes when they killed the people. And it's way more scary just to think about that on your own than to have just the game pop up and tell you that. Like, so many games feel the need to do. So many games do not understand visual storytelling, and they think they need to explain everything. It's so dumb. And I don't really get it because it's a video game, so you can actually have the player stay in the same area as much as they want to. And because of that, they can actually learn more things about it than you would a movie or something. So I don't really get why some people are against visual storytelling. What is my shirt? Oh, it's probably a scarf. I was confused with what the shirt was. Anyway, and then the DLC was also pretty great. They did a really good job of having it be the same gameplay, but you play a different character. But also mix things up because it's the same gameplay, but like I said, one of the DLC was themed around water. You're spending most of your time swimming, trying to escape the guy. Another one plays like the game Pikmin, kind of, where you kind of have to go and get your in Pikmin, you have like a herd of Pikmin. In this one, you kind of have your herd of like other smaller creatures that are even smaller than you, like about half your size, so they're about 2 inches. And you're trying to get them to do little jobs for you, and you have to go get new ones and find them all over. So they're very cool. Another cool thing about DLC though is it took place at the same time as the main game, and you walk past stuff from the main game. Like at one point in the main game, you get trapped in a cage and you get knocked out for a while. In the DLC, you wake up and you're right next to the cage that the main character was trapped in when she was knocked out, but you get dragged away by one of the monsters. Which, by the way, with the long arm monster, you have to fight him in the DLC too. You don't kill him though, because of course it wouldn't make sense for him to die twice. So I knew you weren't going to be able to kill him, but also was upset that you don't get to, because I hated him and I wanted to kill him twice. Anyway, Little Nightmares is one of the best 3D platformers I've ever played, one of the best horror games I've ever played, genuinely actually scary. Most horror games are not scary at all nowadays. Until Dawn. Not scary. I don't know why anyone would actually find that game scary. Resident Evil 7. What? Did I say something? Oh yeah, I named a game that's not scary, but people claim it is. Seriously, Resident Evil has gone so downhill. Better than 6 and 5. Resident Evil 6 and 5 are awful. They're literally like dumpster fires of games. Resident Evil 7 is at least good. It's just not a horror game anymore at all. Anyway, back to Little Nightmares. Great game. Would recommend to anyone who likes cool, short, but really like quality games. I mean, remember, it is a short game. Of course, sure, your character's only 4 inches tall. Hey. But yeah, amazing game. I think it might still be on sale on the PlayStation Store. Like I said, I got it for $17 for it and all of its DLC, and that's way more than worth it. Anyway, talk to you guys later. Goodbye.